So this is a really fun area and like topic to talk about because you got the women that say they want like a nice guy and then they go for the bad guy, but like they say they want like a very specific guy and they consume content on like Instagram and TikTok of other women saying they want guys like this. So then now women are starting to believe that they want men like that are like the richest man ever or that like buy him Gucci bags and Louis Vuitton purses. Like they want that kind of guy. And then you got the red pill community that says that you need to be the richest, like best looking man ever in order for you to get women. Because then once you become rich, then women just start coming to you. And like to an extent, I do believe that, but I want you guys to understand that there's two things happening here. When women view these like TikToks and whatnot, and then when we watch content based around the red pill, we are conditioning ourselves to believe that we're not worthy of women unless we become rich. So once I get rich, then I'm going to allow myself to start talking to girls. But I want you guys to understand this, that in the prehistoric days, back before money wasn't around, did men need to be the richest guy ever to get girls? No, because money didn't exist. So the way women behave and what women are attracted to doesn't change just because we involve money. Or like women will say that they want a nice guy, but then always go for the bad guy. Why is that? Because women behave the same. Women respond the same. Women want the man that they've always wanted from the dinosaur age. Like things don't change just because social media or money. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video is every man has 3 traits that they're born with, but because of social conditioning and how we were raised, likely from our mom, we repress them. And I want to talk about those 3 in this video. So the 3 are going to be that he's a very charming guy. So he's very charming, which is more than just words, guys. Like, I mean, like knowing how to talk to a girl is great, but it's charming is like how you make her feel. And then he's a man that like, he's like a leader, he's responsible. So he like goes out and gets what he wants. He makes sure that there's like money, food on the table, provides like a house or like a lifestyle that the girl can't get on her own. And then he's also like very confident. So confident can be looked at as like you just have self-respect for yourself. Like you put your best interest first. Like you're confident because you feel and know that you're important. And with the red pill community, when they say that you need to be filthy rich, and on this channel, I've got videos that say that you should focus on your career over women because women come and go. So like I do agree with that, not because you need to get rich in order to allow yourself to talk to women, but you need to get rich because from my experience and other men's experience, like women aren't going to stay in your life permanently for the most part. So if a girl does leave you and you have that business still, well, your money's still good. Your lifestyle can still go on. That's why I bring it up. But the red pill guys say that you can't even talk to girls unless you're rich. And that's just not true. So before I get into the video to explain what these 3 are so you guys can understand this, I want you to know that if you want my help understanding women for free, I guarantee that it'll make your dating life better. I've got a free ebook in the description that comes with like a free bonus download. I just need your name and email for that. And then also, guys, I just put together a new like video course and community on communicating better with women that also comes with a 2-month guarantee. I'll touch more on that at the end of the video, but that link's in the description for you to check it out. So remember, I just said the 3 traits are going to be that he's charming, he's responsible, he's a leader, and that he is very confident. So let's talk about all 3 of these because I said that every man is like inherently born with these. But again, like the way your mom raises you, she's raising you to be more submissive. You don't do this. That's bad. If you want to go out, you need to ask me for your permission before you can leave the house to go play with your friends. So that naturally is going to tie into your relationship with women. Hey, babe, I want to go out with the boys for a beer. Can I do it? Okay, that's asking for validation. That's very feminine and submissive behavior. That's not confident. So let's touch on all 3 of them. We'll start with charming first, right? So charming is, I teach men that the women act based on how they feel. So charming is making her feel good. Charming is more than words. So women respond very well to words, but also physical touch and your presence can also gauge or like change how she's going to feel. So if you guys are like at dinner or like a bar and she's sitting next to you, put your hand on her thigh or put your hand around her. Or if you guys are across the table from each other, sit, like take up a lot of space when you're sitting. That's open body language. That's you being comfortable and you're cool that she's here. You're cool. Like you're not worried about what's going on. That's another way that you could be charming. Now, when you say things, praising a woman is like if you like her smile, for example. I've been saying this one recently because I think it works really well. But if you like a woman's smile, you can say, I love your smile to every woman. And every woman, like they might appreciate that, but that it's a very vague compliment. They're just going to say thank you. But women want to feel like the most special girl in the world. So a way that you can be charming is explain to her why you like her smile. Hey, I really love your smile. But you know why I love your smile? Because every time I see it, every time I see you like you smile, how white your teeth are, man, it makes me light up on the inside. And I get butterflies just looking at you. It makes me just want to, God, I want to kiss you so bad when I see you smile. That's how much I love it. That's an example of how you can make her feel like the most important girl in the world. Obviously, there are other things that you can say to her. Even if her butt looks good, tell her, babe, your butt looks good. You know why it looks good? Because those jeans you have on, man, they hug you in your hips in the right spot, and it really just perks out your butt. And it looks like it looks so good. You just say something like that. Random examples where if you compliment her, if you can explain why you're complimenting her, that's going to make it stand out as opposed to a generic compliment that you can tell to any woman. So that's being charming, is because when you explain why you like her, she's going to feel like wanted and sexy and good. And that's what we want. You basically, when it comes to talking to women, you're just managing how they feel. It's like dealing with children, but that's just what it's like dealing with women. So that's charm. Charm is just how she makes her feel. Let's touch on confidence, and then we'll talk about responsibility. So confidence is more of like, this is the one that most men struggle with, because men, again, looking at the social conditioning and even society conditions men that unless you're going out and you're achieving something, you're not going to get women. So you're not worthy of having women unless you achieve something. That could be becoming a professional power lifter. That could be becoming a Fortune 500 CEO. That could be winning a gold medal and something. Like you're not worthy of getting women unless you achieve something. So society and the red pill community teaches men this stuff. So that way, if you teach men that unless you become filthy rich, you're not going to be able to get a girl. And that's because like women, they do like men that can provide. So if you have a lot of money, that's obviously going to signal that you could provide for her and a family and the lifestyle that she can have. But from a society's point of view, if you're getting filthy rich and you're starting a business, you might have employees. And if that business is successful, the economy is going to thrive because of that. So society and governments know that if they tell men that you don't need to be filthy rich in order to get a girl, that their economy wouldn't be as good as it would be. So that's where I'm going with confidence, guys, is if you walk around and you act like you're important, you have a good posture, your head's held up high, you're going to talk to her, like if she's cute, talk to her like she's not cute. If you see a girl, like if you're flirting with her, or if you see a girl and you're talking to her, talk to a girl like you would your boys. You don't care what you say to your boys, so you don't care what you say to this girl. That's projecting confidence. She's not better than you, and you don't need to be filthy rich in order to get her. You existing is good enough. You don't need a reason to talk to a girl other than the fact that you think she's attractive and you want to go and meet her. So when you go up to there and you say, hey, excuse me, listen, I saw you from afar. I think you're extremely cute, and I wanted to come over here and get to know you. What's your name? That's confidence, guys. Women fucking love men like that, dude. That's because women are very indirect. They're very submissive. They're very vulnerable. We condition women not to be as open as men are. So women want a man that's going to be like the opposite of them. The last one is going to be responsible. So responsibility can be you're responsible for leading the relationship in the direction that you want. If you want to get intimate with her, well, you got to talk to her. Then you got to ask her out. Then you got to go on a date with her. Then you got to ask her to go back to your place until it happens. That's being responsible for leading the relationship. You're being a leader there. Women just want to tag along and let you make all the plans. Another way of responsibility would be like, an example would be like if you're at a job that pays you very well and then you got fired for whatever reason, it's your responsibility to go out and get another job so you can bring that sense of income back. That way, if the woman knows that you got fired, but you're taking care of business and you're making money again with the new job, well, that's going to make her feel safe because she knows she's with the man that's going to go and bring that money back. That's being responsible. Another way of being responsible is like if you, I guess like being direct is responsible. So like if you really like a girl and you go up and tell her, I think you're incredibly fucking hot and I want you to know that. Okay, or like for another way to explain this is like when it comes to being like intimate, it's the man's job to bring up intimacy, even though from my understanding that women enjoy getting intimate and physical just as much as men do, but it's viewed as like sinful and bad for the woman to be responsible for initiating like physical intimacy. So you as a man, it's not looked at as bad if the man does it, but it's looked at as bad if the woman does it. So you need to be the one that initiates that whenever that time comes. That's being responsible, guys. Those are so many different ways that you can be like confident, charming, and responsible. Every man can be this type of man. But again, in order to do this, you're going to have to overcome social conditioning and likely decades of it in order to start acting like an actual man. If you start behaving this way, I don't care if you're fat, if you're short, I'm in a wheelchair, if you're rich, if you're poor, doesn't matter, guys. If you behave like a man, you're going to naturally attract more women. This isn't going to happen overnight, but you can work on these 3 areas and start acting this way. And then the more like fake it to make it. So if you start acting like you're in a good mood, for example, and you start walking around and smiling, that girl's going to think that your life's put together and you're probably having sex and you've got a lot of money. Even if you don't, she doesn't need to know that, but you're showing it on the outside. And what she sees on the outside is all that really matters. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, if you have anything you want to add to this video, leave it in the comment section down below. Or if you have any videos you want me to film in the future, leave those as well, man. I would love your guys' opinions on what I should film. And remember, gentlemen, I've got that free ebook with the free free bonus in the description. I guarantee that will help you when it comes to understanding women and also the community. Let's touch on that. This is a brand new full-fledged video course with downloadable PDFs so I can expand on some of those topics that I can't expand on inside of a video. And then also you're getting a private Telegram community where we can all join together and share like wins and losses and ask questions to get to know one another. I'm going to be involved with that community. I'm really looking forward to just putting together a community for men to come to that want to understand women better so they can start having better relationships with them, because from my experience, that has been the case. I also do bi-weekly live calls where you guys can come and meet other guys, and then we can also ask questions, whatever questions, comments, or concerns you have. Instead of paying me for a 1-hour coaching call, if you don't want to do that, well, you can get your question answered on this bi-weekly live coaching call with everybody. So, gentlemen, link in the description if you want to join that. And hey, if you like this video, check out this one right here, man. You're going to love that one as well. And guys, I will see you in the next one.